Hello, everyone. My name is Sebastian. I'm currently a master's student at U Ottawa, and I will be joining the Communication and Cultures program at York University as a PhD student in this fall. So I'm very honored to be presenting at this conference. I'm here today to talk about censorship and the imagined Chinese identity formed under its influence. When I search for the word censorship, China is on the top of Google's autocomplete list. I can understand that since some of the regulations on Chinese media are not making sense to me either. For example, starting from 2017, Chinese celebrities are not allowed to dye their hair with bright colors because they would be misleading the audience with bizarre and non-aesthetic appearances. The institution in charge of this issue is the National Radio and Television Administration, or the NRTA. Acting as the agency of cultural and broadcast administration in mainland China, the NRTA regulates all media content to correct the direction of public opinion and creative orientation. Because of the strict regulation on Chinese media content, I believe what has been produced and aired on Chinese television represents the imagined identity and values advocated by the Chinese officials. Meanwhile, I found this book about national identity constructed through Chinese television. The author argues that Chinese popular culture is under the influence of global cosmopolitanism. Therefore, I analyzed the final episodes of one of the most popular shows in China to support her theories. Through analysis on performances, interviews, and comments related to the finals of 3 key winners on the Chinese television show Singer, this presentation will discuss the confluence of nationalism and cosmopolitanism in the construction of an imagined Chinese identity. I Am a Singer is imported from South Korea by Hunan Satellite Television, and it was rebranded as Singer in 2017. This was one of the most popular shows between 2013 and 2015. Well-known singers in different music genres are invited to compete and win the votes from 500 live audiences. Singers are mostly from Chinese backgrounds, but there's usually at least one international singer in each season. The live audiences come from different age groups, cities, and occupations. Among the 8 winners from this TV series, 5 of them represent cultural backgrounds other than the majority of Chinese population. My presentation analyzed the representation of the first ethnic minority winner on season 2, the first Chinese American winner on season 4, and the first international winner on Singer 2018. Firstly, the cultural differences in China come from not only ethnic groups, but also local customs from various regions. Despite China having 56 ethnic groups, Han Chinese constitute 90% of the population. Nationalism allows cultural differences to prosper within the country, but it also finds the similarity among different cultural groups to unite the nation state. At the same time, considering the diversified cultural sphere of 56 minority groups and 34 provincial level regions, urban cities in China show signs of cosmopolitanism as well. Born in the capital of Inner Mongolia, Han Lei is a Mongol's Chinese singer. In the final of I Am a Singer 2014, he dressed in a traditional Mongol's outfit and performed 2 famous folk songs in a modern style. Ethnopop is one of the most popular music genres that are often used to celebrate national unity. This genre in China usually combines Mandarin lyrics with music or visual elements from ethnic minorities. So it celebrates the colorful cultural diversity of China with the national language. Han Lei's success represents an imagined home to all migrants and cultural minorities in the cosmopolitan Chinese cities. Greater China and the pan-Chinese nations are terms used to include people from Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, or other regions and all Chinese ethnics from the world. In 2016, Coco Lee won the 4th season of the show. Born to an Indonesian father and a Chinese mother in Hong Kong, Coco Lee moved to the US when she was 9, and she started her career in Taiwan after high school. She also once performed at the Oscars in 2001. With that said, her appearance on the show represents the complexity of Chinese identity and the transnational glory of Chinese culture. By recreating the song she performed at the Oscar in the same dress, Coco Lee showcases the diversity in representing the modern Chinese community and negotiates traditional culture with Western culture. As performers achieve their successes in mainland China, they become positive links between mainland and Greater China. By allowing celebrities from Greater China to pursue their career in the mainland, Chinese television becomes a reminder to Greater China that they can work with China for economic and scientific development. While cosmopolitanism is defined by a global openness, the openness towards Greater China compatriots incorporates their cultural diversity to the development of China. Under the influence of globalization, China becomes home to people who are not ethnic Chinese. The UK singer Jessie J was invited to compete in Singer 2018, and she turned out to be the winner of that season. Her appearances on the show were a mixture of nationalism and cosmopolitanism. Although she did not sing in Chinese, during the final, she performed her hit song Bang Bang in a special remix. The song was rearranged with Chinese instruments and remixed with a Chinese hit song, Dragon Fist, performed by guest star Coco Lee. As the internet familiarizes Chinese citizens with foreign countries, inviting Jessie J, a symbol of international level of music experience, to compete with Chinese singers can be seen as a way to showcase a strong cosmopolitan China. Meanwhile, the mix of traditional Chinese music instrument into a popular English song combines two exotic elements to generate a cultural innovation. Compared to the role of Greater China as the great Chinese family on Chinese television, foreigners are usually portrayed as friends who love the open and modern China. Before Jessie J's last performance, during an interview, she expressed her love for the diversified Chinese culture, and she also emphasized that China has become her second home. Since the economic reform in the 80s, China gradually became a diversified nation-state, allowing 56 ethnic nationalities, compatriots from Greater China, and foreigners to interact and realize their dreams. The representation of the TV show Singer depicts an open, modern, and diversified cultural sphere in which multi-ethnic, multinational, and multiracial appearances are naturalized in mainland China. That will be the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.